or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something horrific to eat. Welcome to A Very Skewered Halloween special, brought to you by the Skewered Universe Podcast. Now get out your bag of goodies, and let's have some spooky fun.
Welcome back to the Skewered Universe Podcast. My name is Jeff, and I don't have Leanne with me, but this is the finale of A Very Skewered Halloween, and we had to go out with a big one. So I had to call in the big guns. I had to reach out to my friends, and she's been on the show before, multiple times now. She is the main host of The Hard Way with Brett Michelle. Take that, Blade. One of the founders of Sickos Club. It is Brett Michelle. How the hell are you?
Hey! Persisting despite the horrors. That is my response to everyone forever now.
It's warranted considering, gestures around broadly.
Weimar America. I listened to a very long episode of last podcast today about Heinrich, what is it? Himmler. Whatever his first name is. The first Pee Wee German. Not the current one.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Because what is it with the number twos in fascist regimes being weasel-faced little fucks?
I don't know, but anytime they put a picture of him and anyone that was in the number two, you're like, are these all from the same gene pool?
They're all
recessive
just whiny
gene
little
pool,
rat people.
Like, you could just tell Miller never... You know what? We could go on about that, but that's a whole different show.
We could. Well, maybe a little bit, because I picked... Can I say what I picked?
Yeah.
I picked Roseanne. An episode of Roseanne. I watched two. Did you watch all of them yet?
No, I only watched the one, but we can talk about the other one you watched too.
Well, the other one's not as good. Well, I mean, they're all good. Roseanne was like iconic for her Halloween episode.
It really was. I looked forward to them every year.
Same. Like I didn't like really get into like the entire show of Roseanne until I was older, but I always loved the Halloween episodes as a kid. And then as I got older, like part of the reason I picked Roseanne is because with everything going on, it's good to remind ourselves that a lot of these people weren't always fucking batshit crazy like she is now. And
yeah,
what I really loved about Roseanne and what really made me get into that show, because I was a sitcom kid, right? I grew up on Nick at Night. Like I would be 12 years old in my room watching like Munsters and Mary Tyler Moore and shit,
Oh, yeah.
Like sitcoms, my jam. But what I loved about Roseanne was that it was the only sitcom family that kind of like reminded me of my own, because they were like suburban-y, but they were also like kind of poor, blue collar, like, loud and obnoxious, beer drinking, listening to rock and roll. And I mean, like, come on, that iconic intro with the around the table where they're all eating the Chinese food and they got the fucking harmonica. And the saxophone, Blues Traveler did a season of it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the Blues Traveler thing until I was trying to find this one. And I was like pulling down, peek behind the scenes. I'm going to insert the intro here.
Making us strong.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's right. It's like, how did I forget that?
So bad. I think they were even in an episode. Like Dan was like in a band with them or something.
Something like that.
For like one episode. Yeah. Fucking Lamford, Illinois.
They were the most like relatable sitcom family.
They were, because like it wasn't all just like, happy love time where like everything was like a sweet little bow wrapped on everything.
Yeah, it wasn't
messy.
Full House.
No, not at all. I mean, they were messy. They were always like at each other's throats. Like they dealt with real shit though. You know what I mean? Like, and what I loved about it was how progressive it was for the time, which is crazy to say, thinking of how Roseanne is now, like a spokesperson for the Fifth Reich or whatever we have going on. But the reason I picked this episode, the Skeletons in the Closet or whatever it was called, what's the name of the episode?
Skeleton in the Closet.
Yes. Is like, this was a perfect example of like, they had good like representation of like, especially for me, what I loved is the queer community, like before, I'm pretty sure before Ellen came out, like Roseanne was like pro gay and LGBTQ rights on the show and all about that,
Yeah. Because I still remember there was an episode where Leon, was that his name, Leon?
Leon, yeah.
He was coming out to her, like letting her know, like, hey, I am. And she was like, I knew you couldn't be more gay if your name was Gay Gayerson.
Yeah.
And she didn't judge him or anything. She was like, I knew.
Yeah. Her mom on the show ended up being lesbian. Like, her is a lesbian. And like, it wasn't like, I mean, they definitely, like were the butt of the joke sometime, but in the 90s, like especially early 90s, like that was still more representation than like queer people were getting on any like mainstream sitcom,
Yeah.
And this whole episode was about, Leon was having his Halloween party at the Lamford Lunchbox and, based around like Leon being gay, and Fred was kind of like uncomfortable going to the party because he didn't want to be hit on by the dudes, and I mean, not to get too ahead, but like you find out it's all a prank on Roseanne at the end. But like the whole episode I thought was really good, like you had the moment where the DJ is in the kitchen with David and Mark. And, David's like, Mark's like, oh, I don't want to explain what gay is, so David's trying to explain it. And he's like fumbling over his words and all that, which is like, it's so much of like men in our society that are like, they're too like afraid to talk about like gay things, or like people are not even just men, like too many straight people are just afraid to like talk to their kids about like a normal thing.
I don't get it. I mean, I had my moments when I was younger where I was like, ooh, gay, But as I've matured and I understand.
Like before I figured myself out, like I had moments where I was like, like making gay jokes and like, I didn't understand and all that kind of stuff until I did. I did understand it, and it was like, oh, hey, I'm not a straight person.
Yeah. And I am. And I learned from, my time being semi-intolerant and making stupid jokes that, that's not cool. How would you feel if it was you being the butt of the joke? So
Right. But this episode so much, I know it's supposed to be more Halloween, but like, so the whole thing, they're having the party. And I mean, they get to the party, there's drag queens, there's like buff hunks and everything. Like, where else were you seeing that on television at the time?
Nowhere. This was the only place you were seeing it.
This episode, what year did this come out?
I believe this was 1994.
94, let me see. Roseanne, Skeletons in the Closet was 94. Yeah, when did Ellen come out?
Let's see.
97. Yeah, see? So this was wait, no, that's bad math. 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
3 years before Ellen came out.
Oh, actually, Ellen, the TV series, came out the same year. But she had not come out on the show yet for another 3 years.
Yeah.
So, Roseanne was like, we're just going to do it. I mean, meanwhile, Martin Mull was not, I do not believe he was gay, but...
Oh my God, that is Martin Mull. I always forget.
Yeah, I saw it. I went, man, Martin Mull's dead now. This sucks. And then I saw Mark and I went,
what else is he in?
Oh, he was in Clue?
That's right.
He was in...
Oh my God. Clue's one of those movies that I've seen like a couple times, and I know it's like super good and I should watch it like way more because Tim Curry. But like, yeah. Tim Curry for me is it and Rocky Horror.
Oh, Tim Curry and Rocky Horror is the shit.
Yeah.
That's...
Speaking of Halloween, are you going to watch that new It show? Are you excited for that?
Oh, I am. I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
Despite the problems of the last two theatrical It films, I did enjoy them to a point. I have my gripes, but that's because I've read the book so many goddamn times.
Same. Were you a Stephen King kid?
I became one, because I remember my mom was reading It and, like, Christine and stuff like that. And then...
My grandma, she would read his books, and she was, like, obsessed with him. And she would, like, read his books, and then whenever she would finish one, she would give me a copy. Nice. She even lived by him once when she moved to Maine for a little bit. I got to see
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
His fucking house.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Cool. Yeah. I haven't read a lot. I keep going back to, like, I've read through Night Shift, and I've physically read it like 3 times and listened to the audiobook like 5 times. So.
I have somewhere in my like bookshelf or whatever, I have the original Bachman books that have that story that's banned that they can't print anymore because after Columbine.
I'm wondering if I can get it because I have it. Also, I believe if I can reach it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yours is a soft cover.
I don't think
a soft cover one.
It's not.
Mine's a hardcover, but it doesn't have any like jacket on it because I bought it near my house growing up. We had it was called like Friends of the Library or whatever, and it was like you can get books for like $1, and so it was there but without a cover.
Yeah, I saw this at like a half-off bookstore, like this discount bookstore.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
And I saw it and I went, wait a minute. And then
Maybe
I looked
that's
at the
why
spine.
we're so fucked. Kids aren't going to bookstores anymore.
Yeah, I looked at the cover and I went, Running Man. Oh, wait, Long Walk. Rage. Rage is the one that's banned. I snagged it immediately. I was holding it through the store like this, like nobody's taking this from me.
I got it because I was dumb. And I thought it was because you remember the Rage Carrie 2?
I could see that, though.
I thought it was that. I didn't know that Stephen King didn't actually write a second Carrie.
I mean, that's okay. That's okay. It happens.
That was a good movie. I liked it.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
It's like I don't even remember. I remember there's one scene in it that really like kind of fucked me up a little bit though.
I've been meaning to check it out. I've seen the original Carrie a couple of times, and I saw the remake.
The remake sucked.
It is what it is. I mean, it was basically retreading the same story, but with modern effects.
You know that? What's that actress's name?
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, she was in the Suspiria remake, which was pretty good.
Yeah, and we actually did a show on that. For those of you wondering, you can go back and find that episode of Suspiria. Skewered Universe Podcast. And yeah, we actually really liked it. And I'm a huge fan of the original Suspiria.
Yeah.
And what I liked is this one was so different. Like, the premise is kind of the same, but then it goes off in a completely different direction. I'm like, yeah,
that ending.
This is how you do it. Oh, that ending. Oh my God. And
I did miss Goblin though. Like the soundtrack is so iconic. Like, I think that's what I love about like Suspiria. Like it never scared me or anything, but it was all just mood. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is so much of like that old Italian horror and everything was just.
Oh yeah, it's all mood and use of color, use of sound design.
On the Giallo episode, so much of it was just like the movies weren't that great, but it was just the aesthetic of it that was so like iconic.
Exactly.
Speaking of aesthetic iconics, that's also why I loved Roseanne. I am such a sucker for like that late 80s, early 90s like blue collar kind of like dive bar aesthetic, you know, like the crocheted blanket they had on the couch, like we had that on our couch, like growing up. And
we had something similar, yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's like, you know, if it looks like the inside of Joe Bob Briggs' fucking set, I'm into it. Give me fucking neon dive bar signs. I'm happy.
Yeah. I did love, and we're just going to talk about this episode. I don't think we need a synopsis. It's Roseanne.
Yeah.
The Halloween episodes were very much like, who's going to fall victim to a prank and what costumes are they wearing?
Yeah. Well,
that was basically it, but they were always
in this episode, Roseanne was Prince. Roseanne was Prince.
Which I was like, okay, interesting
Dan was
choice.
A prospector. Nancy, who also, for queer representation, he had Sandra Bernhard on the damn show.
Mm-hmm.
She was Marilyn Monroe, and Leon was Hillary Clinton.
How prescient was that? How perfect was that considering these times now?
It was so good. I always, because I've seen it so many times, but I hadn't seen it in years. And I was like, wait, is he supposed to be Barbara Bush? And then he starts talking about like, no, I'm in the White House. People think I'm the real president, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, holy shit, he's Hillary.
He's Hillary.
Great. That's fucking brilliant. But I guess that's where like the main basis of the episode happens is when they finally get to the party, you know, because
even before we get there, let's talk about when the first interactions start happening where they lay like the plan for this prank on Roseanne.
Yeah.
When Fred walks in to pick up the lunch for the crew at the garage, and Leon's like, I don't know how you eat this and keep that body. And Fred is just like, okay.
Well, Fred's like being like super stereotypical, like, I don't mind if people are gay as long as they don't hit on me. Mm-hmm. Which, Jesus Christ, like, ugh. But
bring it down. You're not that hot, dude.
The two fucking lines I love in that opening are, is Sandra Bernhard comes out and says, I can't believe the breeders are trying to take over Halloween. But then Leon, so after Fred leaves, right? Because, you know, Leon keeps asking him, you know, you coming to the party. And he's like, oh, because I have a wife that I fuck, you know.
We have very traditional sex, the normal way. I'm like, what is the normal way?
Both ways involve a hole, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So I'm going in and out.
He leaves and Leon goes, you know, I think Fred doth protest too much. And Jackie's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then Sandra goes, well, you know what they say about guys who whine about gay men? The squeaky wheel wants to get greased.
I was like, man, how did they get away with that?
Yeah.
Because we all know what she's implying, and we're like, holy shit, okay.
Yeah. No, they made a lot of, like, jokes in this episode that were like, this was on cable television for families to see.
This
like,
was prime time television.
Oh, I totally forgot to ask. Do you know why? Okay, so you know how in the intro they do Chinese food?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why most of the time when you watch a sitcom or something, everyone's sitting around eating Chinese food?
No.
It's for the continuity. Because if they need to film something like a shitload of times, you can't see into the boxes. So it doesn't matter like how much of it goes up or down. And then when they're eating it, it's just like scooping out like some noodles or whatever.
That makes so much sense.
I literally
never
learned
thought
that,
about that
3 days ago from an Instagram.
As someone who watches so many behind the scenes documentaries on movies and picking up on continuity errors. Okay, I'm not that asshole who's like, oh my God, Brad Pitt's thing in Ocean's 11 went from a shrimp cocktail to a plate of something. I'm like, yeah, it happens. So what? Somebody missed it. We're human.
I never fucking notice.
Like when people got pissed off at Game of Thrones having a coffee cup in the background, I'm like,
that's just funny.
Do you have that much free fucking time? And your life is that uneventful?
I just wonder, like, what they're watching. Because, like, I mean, I'm trying to, like, absorb everything. I'm not just, like, keyed in on, like, what they're eating or something. I guess it just depends on what flavor of brain you have, I guess.
I guess. I was just like, it's a continuity error. I'm like, if you watched everything that you've ever watched and started nitpicking everything and looking for errors, you would find them all over the place.
Yeah, like in Three Men and a Baby when there's a ghost, but it's really just a cardboard cutout.
Exactly. Oh, what was that? My voice got all like, ugh.
It was good. It's your new podcaster voice. Hello. Welcome to the Skewered Universe.
Welcome to the Skewered Universe. It is
What if I did
time
the whole
to
episode as
graduate.
Macho Man? You goddamn man, I love that Roseanne, yeah. Rosie singing at the national anthem. They even make. Oh wait, no. I watched 2 of the Halloween episodes today just because. I watched the one where they were doing the ventriloquist act.
Okay, I've been thinking about this since we were going to do this, and I didn't watch a second one because dummy me didn't think to say, "Hey, what about this one?" Because I could have chosen.
I totally forgot to pick a second one.
Don't even worry about it. There are 2 Halloween episodes that stick out in my mind, and it's 2 specific scenes. One is the scene from the one we watched, Skeleton in the Closet. The other is seeing them as the ventriloquist and the dummy from that episode.
Yeah.
It's burned into my brain. I don't remember
Halloween
anything else.
4, I think, is the name of that one. I think. But that one's good, too. That was when, like, because before, all the parties had been at the lodge. Because, again, blue-collar parties, man.
Yeah.
Going down to the fucking lodge. But, okay, keep this one going. Then they go, and Roseanne is going to get her hair did because her mom had come in and pointed out that she was going gray. And so she goes, so she goes to get her hair did, and her hairdresser's gay. Like, love it.
And it was the little touch of, it was her mom's hairdresser that Jackie took her to.
Yeah.
Which is just another layer of, let's throw this in there to keep Roseanne off the scent of the other thing we're going to do to her.
Yep. And then they find the wig that is the same as her mom's.
And Jackie goes full Jackie.
Oh
my God. Her mom's wearing a wig. Jackie was always one of those characters that I loved to death.
I feel like Darlene was like so many people's favorite, and I loved Darlene because I saw a lot of myself in Darlene. But like Jackie was my favorite. I fucking loved Jackie so much.
I love that Jackie was someone who like jumped careers. Like she was a cop, she was a trucker.
Yeah, she was a fucking trucker, man. She was a badass. I love Jackie. She got like the short stick all the time, though.
And there's one thing that I really loved about the show in general. is no matter how much Jackie got on Dan's nerves, when it came down to somebody fucking with Jackie the wrong way, Dan was like, well, now you've crossed the line.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like a little sister to him, you know? Mm-hmm. Even though there was that weird, like, storyline where it was almost like, oh my God, are Dan and Jackie going to hook up?
About that. Oh,
you remember that?
Now I do. Yeah, that was
there was a moment. But yeah, she was like Dan's little sister, man. He was looking out for her all the time. Like when one of the guys she was dating, like, beat her up or whatever. And he went and kicked his ass.
Didn't even say anything, just grabbed his coat, walked out.
Just grabbed his coat and walked out. Dan Connor.
I've seen that clip online so many times recently. When the cops show up and Roseanne's like, you can't. And he goes, Rosie, stop. Just gets up, walks up to him, puts his arms out, and is like,
yep.
I know what I did. And basically the look on his face is like, I know what I did. And if you give me the chance, I'll do it again.
That's right. Dan Connor, America's dad. I wish he was my dad.
And I just love John Goodman.
Oh, he's the best. He's the best.
Big Lebowski.
I'm like never one of those, like, I think this celebrity's secretly gay. But like if it ever came out that John Goodman was gay, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. He was like a theater guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was too theatrical to be a straight man. But then we get the scene with Mark and DJ.
Oh, the awkwardness.
Which turned out to be a prank on fucking David.
Which I didn't remember there was a prank on David. I was sitting there going, oh, this is getting really awkward real fast. Yeah. But the fact that David tells Mark, oh, a man who's secure enough can talk about this stuff, and then can't
David
do it.
It's like,
you're all talk.
Oh, Mark, he's like, what thought a man who's secure enough could do it, you fruit.
When he said that, I was like, oh.
Oh my God. But then, okay, so they go to the party and you get, Roseanne and Dan show up, and Dan immediately notices one of the drag queens, and he's like, that's not a man. She's got breasts. Beautiful breasts. I'm like, see, Dan's alone.
See, what I love too is he walks in and he's like, oh, I feel like people are checking me out. Oh, we don't have costumes that match. You can tell immediately he's just trying to throw her off. Because he wouldn't care going in there. He's like, I'm going to have a good time, have some drinks. He's going to have drinks and just hang out at the party.
As the party starts getting on, Dan's just in the corner yakking it up with a couple drag queens. You know what I mean? But then Jackie and Fred show up, and they're Batman and Robin, iconic queer duo, Batman and Robin. You can't tell.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that till just now that it makes more sense. They're like, hey, everyone talked about how these two are, so why don't we add this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But so Roseanne calls them out on having rented costumes or whatever. She's like, well, Fred wanted to be a superhero because that makes him feel masculine, and he doesn't want to feel like all the guys are checking him out. But then immediately, one of the guys notices Fred, goes, hey, Fred. And Fred's like, oh, hey, nothing up. And then the drag queen walks by and is like, hey, Fred, how you doing? He's like, oh, hey, Dave, what's going on? And Roseanne's like, what the fuck? In her head. And so they walk away, and Roseanne saunters on over to Dave, the drag queen. And she's like, how do you know Fred? Or how long have you known Fred? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I knew him way back, before he stopped coming to the bars. It's Roseanne's like, wait a minute, are you telling me Fred's gay? And she's like, honey, I don't know how he's pretending to be straight.
I love that line. She's like,
yeah. And Roseanne, bad ally, immediately goes to tell Dan, and Dan's not buying it. And so she goes out, finds out that Jackie and Fred have left. Mm-hmm. So she rushes to Jackie's house, and she's why'd you leave? And Jackie's like, oh, something at the party must have upset him because he said he wasn't feeling good and had to leave. And Roseanne is like, well, I found out that someone at the party was gay, but they're married, and should I tell their wife or whatever? And Jackie is a good ally. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, I probably wouldn't, blah, blah, blah. And Roseanne just immediately, well, I would, Fred's gay.
Jackie's like, what are you talking
Roseanne,
about?
You do not out people.
No.
Bad ally.
No.
But then
you can go to the person who you believe with all this, but you do not go to anyone else.
Exactly. See, you get it. Roseanne didn't. That's why.
And even then, you maybe don't want to approach that person because you don't know how comfortable or uncomfortable they are about the whole thing.
Exactly. You always let them come to you. But then Jackie's not hearing it. She's like, nope, there's no way. He's my friend. And I love Roseanne. She goes, well, he's always loved you for your boyish figure.
And I love when she goes, well, Roseanne asked Jackie, what about that time he went to Chicago and came back with that haircut? And Jackie goes, well, he likes to experiment with new things. About his hair. Immediately, oh, shit.
It's so
I have to try and cover it. I think it's another layer thrown on that she threw that on there oh.
Yep.
Let's throw that maybe I do know. And
yep. And then Roseanne's like, well, he took you to something entertainment or whatever. And then Jackie's like, Fred! Rushes into the bedroom, and in bed are Dan and Fred.
This is the scene I remember the most, is them holding each other in the bed, scared, and Dan saying, don't judge us, this is how God made us.
Yeah. And then I forget how it comes up, but then so I think someone said oh, you guys are looking a little too comfortable there. It was like, geez, Fred or Dan, should we have worn pants? And you find out Fred's not a big old homophobe. It was all a prank on the usual queen.
And I love when Leon and Nancy come out, and Nancy goes, see, Roseanne, we're all around you. were everywhere. It's like,
I love it. I love it. Where else were you getting that in 1994?
nowhere. And now to me, it didn't seem like any of it was playing on stereotypes. Maybe the hairdresser a little bit, but I've seen that actor in other things, and he seems very flamboyant like that with everything he's done.
A lot of male hairdressers gay. I don't know what to tell you.
None of it seemed exploitative or over the top stereotype.
No, not at all. Like, I mean, there was a couple like moments where it was kind of the joke about like ickiness or whatever. And luckily we've grown as a culture since then. But in 1994, like, I don't know what you expect. Like, I mean, you'd always want to expect better. But in 1994, like, this was more than you were getting. Like, I don't even think Will and Grace had come out yet.
No, I want to say that was maybe 97?
Probably. God, I miss the 90s.
Here. I'm going to look that up.
But I miss the fucking 90s.
I do too. Not so much the humor, but things seem to be a little more. Yeah. I mean,
the internet was a mistake.
Shout out to Al Creed for beating that into our brains every day.
Oh my God. Love you, Al. He yelled at me earlier because I forgot about Flaming Moe's.
I did too.
What we were talking about.
I was like, those are Flaming Moe's. Duh.
Sweet arcade games, Machine Gun Aerosmith.
You know, I never played that game. I never saw it anywhere, but I knew about the game from a podcast I listened to years ago.
Yeah, Revolution X. It was a machine gun. You got the machine gun, and like the machine gun actually like moved or whatever, and was like.
See, I remember that in the Terminator 2 one.
Yeah, it was the exact same like game engine or whatever.
Yeah, I think it might have been because there was so many games like that at the time.
Yeah. It was basically the Terminator game, except instead of Terminators, you were shooting fucking terrorists at a Aerosmith concert. I don't know why.
It's so weird to think about.
Has to do with Aerosmith. Like I was saying, like for the rest of my life, like whenever I think of Liv Tyler, I just refer to her as Aerosmith's daughter, like the collective.
Well, I mean,
not just Steven Tyler. She is the daughter of Aerosmith as a band.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of Aerosmith, the first thing you think of is Steven Tyler anyway. Nobody thinks, if anyone thinks of the other people, I'm curious as to how that happens, because
my favorite Aerosmith story is that one time Steven Tyler and Joe Perry or whatever were like driving in a car and a song came on and Steven Tyler was like, oh, this song's fucking great. Like, we should cover this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And Joe Perry had to be like, you're fucking drug addict. Like, this is us. Like, this is us. Like, Steven Tyler was so fucked up when they recorded it that he forgot they recorded it. Like,
holy shit.
Fucking Aerosmith. Why were they so like big in the 90s? Like, I remember they were like a 70s band, and then there was like a period in the 90s where like Alicia Silverstone was in their music videos and shit.
Yeah, which everyone I did. Okay, I liked the 90s Aerosmith stuff. I did like it. I enjoyed it, whatever. I also enjoyed the videos, but I wasn't partial to Alicia Silverstone. I was more partial to Liv Tyler, and then it was like, oh, she's Steven Tyler's daughter, and I went, this gets awkward because now she kind of looks like him. And I'm like, I don't know.
I liked Alicia Silverstone because of Clueless. Even though she's like a Maha chick now. She's like all super RFK, like pilled. What's happening? What happened to all the...
I don't know. What
happened to Generation X?
Apparently they lost their goddamn minds.
It seems... Is Roseanne Generation X or would she be a boomer?
Oh, I don't know. By the way, Will and Grace started in 98, just so we can...
Damn, see? They were like almost 2000s.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What? If you hear me typing, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to deal with it.
Fine. I
didn't mean you. I meant the listeners. I know you.
Oh. I was going to say, I'm playing with scissors, so...
So Roseanne Barr was born in 52, which officially makes her a baby boomer.
Ooh, what years are the baby boomers?
Let's see. Boomer generation is 1946 through 1964.
Okay. I'm a millennial.
Now I'm looking to see what years are Gen X. Okay, Gen X is 65 to 80. I'm at the tail end because I'm 79. I was born in 79. So I don't have all of the Gen X shit, but I've got some of the, like, I just don't care what people think.
Yeah. Which was like what Gen X was, which is like, I don't see why everyone went crazy.
And now they're all like fucking Karened out and shit. I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy.
We're supposed to be the generation of not caring what people think. Like, I do this podcast. I don't care if it generates a lot of listeners. I don't care if it gets revenue. I'm doing this so I can meet cool people, such as yourself, Brett, and just have conversations about horror movies and cool shit that I like.
Yeah, that's why I do that's why I do the hard way. I don't make any money. I just like
I'm spending money to do
wrestling pay-per-views.
It's like I put out money to do this.
Yeah, same. But Jesus Christ, I'm a millennial, bro. I think I'm like the tail end of millennial. Not the tail end, but I'm like on the cusp of like Gen X and millennial because I'm 88. So like I was like an early millennial. I guess now I'm considered like an elder millennial.
Yeah, so apparently millennials go from 81 to 96.
Yeah, so okay, so
it's got a little bit of a wider range.
Like a middle millennial. Which is hilarious, because, like, people my age, like, when I was in my 20s, like, people my age were always bitching about kids being like, these fucking millennials. I'm like, dude, you are a millennial. Like,
yeah.
Like, what do you mean these millennials? Like, you are a millennial, buddy. And people would get so fucking butthurt about it. They would be like, no, I'm not a millennial. I mean, like, in the way I carry myself. Like, I'm not a fucking millennial. I'm like, a millennial literally just means you were born between these dates. Like,
yeah, that's all it means.
How you view the world. It doesn't mean, it's just, that's what you are, man. Like,
you can view the world as a Gen Xer, but you're a millennial.
Yeah.
You can view the world as a baby boomer, but you're still a millennial. Which, if that's the case, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
I feel like I have like a little, so yeah, because if it was just how you feel, like I feel like I'm a little bit of like all the things, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's certain things I'm like real Gen X-y about, I think, but I think it's because like as a kid I grew up on like Gen X media, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like late 80s, early 90s stuff is like my bread and butter of like favorite things to consume.
MTV, you know? And all that kind of stuff just fed us all of that. So even though I was towards the end of it, I was still seeing everything that those born just a few years before me were getting.
Yeah, that's what
you were getting that as well. So we're getting that at these younger ages.
Yeah,
it's part of our formative years that we have those traits.
Yeah, which is why I'm so like comforted, like nostalgia wise, by like things from the late 80s, early 90s. You know, like smoky Bruce Springsteen in a dive bar. You know, because it's like that's what I saw on TV. Like those were the music videos I was seeing. That was like. You know, until I got a little bit over, and then it was like Puff Daddy, who would like,
oh boy,
oh Puff,
yeah,
oh Puff,
yeah,
Jesus Christ,
yeah, everyone's losing their goddamn minds.
Everyone, it's insane. It's insane. I feel like you should just never enjoy any celebrity ever anymore, and just never.
Don't hold anyone in high regard.
Oh God, Hulk Hogan was a tough one.
I had an easier time because I had once like the early shit came out about him, like talking racist and like screwing his buddy's wife and all that. I'm like, okay, very easy to just go. I liked the character of Hulk Hogan growing up as a kid. It was
easy for me because I wasn't like. I didn't really love Hogan, like, you know, only because it was like before my time of getting into it. Like I had gotten into wrestling in the late 90s. So my guys were like The Rock and Stone Cold and shit. So then
that's what I ended up being.
Yeah. But then I would see a dude like Hogan and I'm like, his moves a leg drop. Like that's fucking boring. Like now I appreciate like old wrestling and stuff. But as a kid, it wasn't a thing. So
like I liked him early on before I could form my own opinions about wrestling. Mm-hmm. And then my allegiance shifted to Bret Hart. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, the sharpshooter? The heart attack?
How much do you love that Bret Hart now is just being a crotchety old dick?
I fucking love it.
I love it too. It's so good. I tell Blade regularly. I tell Blade, I'm like, I just want us to like put out shirts with like the best crotchety Bret Hart quotes on them. Like I want a button on the show so that whenever Bill Goldberg is mentioned, we just have a button that goes Bill Goldberg.
little behind the scenes thing here as we're talking. Look into getting voice mod. And if you can't do it, Blade might be able to, because it allows you to create custom sounds on a soundboard. So you might be able to clip that audio. And if he could run it through, I think you guys use Zoom when you record, right? If he could run it through that.
No, we use a new one now.
Oh, we use a new one. Okay, so he still might be able to integrate it in.
Blade I can check my email. Let me see. Sorry, listeners. You're learning about nerd shit.
We derail this all the time. They're used to it. That's why fast forward exists.
It's a good button, technology 2025.
That fast forward button in my day used to be on a VHS player.
Podcasts, or what we used to call it, radio. It's actually really good what we use now. Like, the audio is so good. It comes out so much better than it used to. Because, we use Riverside.
Okay, I have a friend who also just transitioned over to Riverside.
Because we were doing Zoom, but, I don't have a super good mic or anything, so, my audio is always kind of, echoey and clippy and stuff. But then we switched to Riverside, and it's, perfect.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I used Zoom because it was the easiest at the time, and everyone had it because of the fucking pandemic. Yeah. And I keep it now because this is how I do my therapy every couple of weeks, so...
I do my therapy on Zoom, too. Hell yeah, dude.
It makes it so much easier.
I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah. Fucking hell yeah.
Just
what
log
was
in.
Before Zoom? Wasn't there another one?
It was Skype.
Yeah, that's the one. Skype.
And I can't tell you how many podcasts I used to listen to that would do it over Skype, and how many people would end up dropping off the fucking call 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
So you would hear people talking and continuing, and then they'd go, "What do you think, so-and-so?" And they'd be going, they're like, "Oh, we have to add him back in." And then you'd hear the little Skype chime in the background as they're calling back. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad.
Our technology used to not be this good. Any kids listening?
No. So I've thought about transitioning to something else, but I'm like, I pay for Zoom to be able, because certain people have it. Professionals, like, I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe the free Zoom will work enough with my therapy. I'm playing with it.
Everybody has Zoom. It's easy.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Zoom in 2025, you're probably a construction worker.
And there'll be people that will listen back to this because the internet is forever and be like, Zoom in 2025? Oh my God, you're not just using your brain waves to link into the whatever?
I am so terrified of where technology's going. Speaking of scary season, spooky season, the only conspiracy theory I've ever bought into is one day the technology's gonna just take us over.
Yeah. I feel far too many people have put their trust in AI too quickly.
Well, I mean, this isn't even AI technically.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of shit where I'm like, yeah, technology in general is gonna be our demise.
It is. Well, I mean, I think it's to blame for a lot of the problems we're having right now. Not that the technology itself is literally well, I mean, I guess maybe literally, but it's so much of I think the problems we're having right now is because we've gotten too used to all this cheap tech and stuff, making everything we do so fucking easy that people don't understand that this isn't how it was even 10 years ago, Yeah. And nobody wants to be inconvenienced by anything anymore, at all.
No.
I mean, everyone to be well, I still have all these problems in my life, but I have 50,000 apps that do this for me. Why can't everything be fucking fixed? And it's because that's the fucking world, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're using things as a placebo effect and it's not working. That's why.
Exactly.
The instant gratification
wants all their
thing.
Shit, but they don't need this shit.
That's what kills me is people are like, well, we need something now. They complain about, oh, I'm pre-ordering this thing. It's going to take 6 weeks to get here. I could order something similar off of Amazon and get it tomorrow. Okay, so fucking do it.
That's
not how it always was.
That's what we talked about that before. It's because people people are so used to just having cheap fucking shit that they don't realize that rather than investing in their communities and investing in their neighbors and the people around them that are part of their everyday life, it's well, no, I need to order new curtains or I need to get like a new bedspread every fucking 4 months. And it's like, no, you don't. Like, you don't. We don't need all this shit because all it's doing is making these fucking corporations rich.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just pushing us all away.
Yep.
We should have never left the caves.
No. Nope. We should go back.
We should go back to the caves, but with television so I can watch Roseanne.
Yeah. Let me have some of my modern conveniences, okay? I don't need them all.
What was your favorite sitcom as a kid?
My favorite sitcom as a kid. Try to remember all the ones that I watched.
Mine were Roseanne and Mary Tyler Moore and the Munsters.
Definitely Roseanne is up there. Oh, I'm trying to think. God, I used to watch so many. Oh, Three's Company is definitely going to get an honorable mention because I watched that in syndication so much as a kid.
Step by Step.
So Roseanne, Married with Children.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know my screen name.
It's the first time I ever saw it, I went, yes. This is someone I need to connect with immediately.
I'm so glad. That's what so many people say is that they see my screen and they're like, yeah, this is someone I want to chat with.
I was like, she gets it. Is there another one? God,
What were the 80s sitcoms? What were the big Full House, right? But that was more like late 80s.
Yeah, that was... Shit, when did Full House start? 'Cause for some reason...
What were the 80s sitcoms? Cosby.
Yeah, there was Cosby.
Oh, Growing Pains.
Oh, yeah. Growing Pains. Yeah, Full House started in 87, so definitely late 80s. For some reason, I was thinking, did it start in 86?
Oh my God, Charles in Charge?
Ugh.
Oh, Who's the Boss? I used to fucking love Who's the Boss. And the Wonder Years?
Samantha. I never watched the Wonder Years.
You never watched the Wonder Years?
I never got the appeal of it.
It's so good. It was just, nostalgia.
I've been meaning to go back and watch it now as an adult. At the time, I was like, why would I want to watch a show about old shit?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like that 70s show, I guess, which is one of the best ever, even though Danny Masterson's a creepo.
Oh my God. When that came out, I was like, really? Fuck.
He was the best part of the show.
I was like, and the Hyde character was my favorite part. Now I have to be like, Hyde fucking sucks.
Yeah. Well,
God,
you love
damn it.
Hot Donna now. I always wanted to start a fucking, like a dad rock cover band of like 70s dad rock, like glam, playing like David Bowie and like Thin Lizzy covers and call it Hot Donna.
I mean, she's hot. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to see more of her, go watch Orange is the New Black.
I've never watched it.
You get to see more of Hot Donna.
I heard.
Yeah, and I was like, I was watching it with my wife, and I was like, okay, so that happened.
So when I was married, it was always awkward watching stuff with like...
Yeah, it definitely was. Like, it wasn't like me sitting there going, oh my God, it's so hot. I was just like, oh, I should have known that a show that takes place in a women's prison was going to have this happening. Luckily, it's not one that like it dwells too long. Like, it's enough for what you need.
Have you ever seen any women in prison horror grindhouse movies?
No, I have one in my Plex drive though. I have one
genre.
Oh,
women in prison.
When I was going through and backing up movies, we'll say, and creating my Plex server, was a whole bunch. I think I have one that I saw. It was called Barbed Wire Babes or something like that.
I love it. I love that.
I was like, okay, this is a whole genre unto itself of this female in prison exploitation.
Fucking Amazon Women in the Avocado Jungle of Doom. You ever seen that one?
No. Holy shit. I've seen the name and I was like, what the fuck? That's one thing. Exploitation titles have some of the greatest... exploitation movies have some of the greatest titles ever.
Werewolf Women of the SS. Or was that the Rob Zombie one?
That was the Rob Zombie one, but it was...
Ilsa,
She-Wolf of the SS.
Which that wasn't that like there was a whole like genre of like not exploitation movies?
Yeah, there's this exploitation period went anywhere and everywhere with no regard for anything. There were no fucking guardrails.
Nope.
Just look up The Baby. If you haven't seen it, it's another weird like 70s exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we did a show on that as well. I fucking love that movie. It is so goddamn weird in 70s and just...
What's it about?
There's a family that has this, okay, let me start. There's like a social worker who is tasked with checking in on this family, but their baby is a full-grown man who acts like a baby. He's like stunted in arrested development, sort of. And it goes places you are not expecting by the end.
Well, it's like a kink for some people. It's weird.
Yeah, it's this movie. The first time I saw it, I was like,
kink shame, I guess, but like, I don't know. That's
no, I get. We're not kink shame. We're just saying that is something that people are into. This was not even like him just acting like, oh, mom says I'm a baby, so I'm a baby. No, this was they purposefully like arrested his development, treated him that way so he would stay in that mental state. It's really weird, but it's so fucking weird, goddamn 70s exploitation that I love it.
I do. They were into some weird shit back then. Like, people say are, like, people nowadays, when, like, the MAGA people are like, everyone's a degenerate now because they wear a furry tail. And I'm like, you were alive in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's like, there were people who literally went to theaters with other people to watch porn and masturbate in the same room.
Yeah, like, give me a goddamn break.
Somebody wearing a tail or dressing like a furry, that not nearly as weird as jerking off next to your neighbor 3 seats over.
Could you imagine?
Oh, hey, Bob, you about ready to blow your load too?
What's going on, Dale? Oh, I use that technique. Here, have some Vaseline.
I find if you spit on your hand after having some popcorn, it works out really good.
Hey, John, I forgot my fucking Vaseline at home. You got any extra?
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So, growing up, since this is a Halloween episode, you wouldn't know it by our conversation here.
I do that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I love it when it derails because that means we're having a natural conversation, and this is how
ADHD.
This is how real world conversations work.
It is.
If you're not constantly jumping around from thing to thing, are you really having a conversation with a friend?
No, you're just having a podcast.
So I want to ask you, were there any traditions or like shows you had to watch as a kid around Halloween? Shows, movies, anything. If there's any traditions like you held on to that maybe you still do now.
Yep. Every year I watch, since I was a little kid, always had to watch Beetlejuice. Always had to watch Hocus Pocus. The original Halloween. That's my Halloween tradition now is every year I watch the original Halloween and The Witch.
Oh, The Witch is so good.
It is. And it's so perfect for this time of year. Another one I always had to watch during, like the month of October, spooky season, Sleepy Hollow, the one with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci.
I like that one. I have to revisit that one.
The Frighteners.
Oh, I'm ashamed to say that I have not seen The Frighteners as much as I should have seen it.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. I miss that era. When I was a kid, there was such a good era of like spooky that wasn't necessarily like horror. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Hocus Pocus, like that was kind of whimsical. Beetlejuice was kind of whimsical. It was like a comedy. The Frighteners was, a little more like a grown up, but it was still like a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even like the first 2 Ghostbusters films.
Exactly.
They had like scary moments, but yeah.
Like, do kids even have cool shit like that anymore? I used to always love Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like when they would do like Halloween like episodes and stuff on Snick.
Mm-hmm.
But
I missed watching Are You Afraid of the Dark growing up. I was aged just a little bit ahead.
Yep.
But my other show that we do, that's what we're going through. And oh my god, there's a lot of good stuff there that I'm sorry I missed out on as a kid.
Fucking Sarto, love that dude.
Yes,
Sarto, no accent on the dough. What else?
Mister, accent on the O.
What else? What else were my traditions? I always dressed up and went trick or treating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was mostly just watching shit. Like, my parents were never big like decorators or like anything like that. Which, like, it's probably why I'm not like a huge decorator now. I love decorating for Christmas, but like. No, Halloween, it was more just like excitement to see like all the Halloween episodes of things. Like Treehouse of Horror was always what I looked forward to. Like, and then just all the spooky movies I loved.
Same. I used to love like when like AMC would be like, it's AMC's Fear Fest or whatever. You'd be like, oh, what movies are they going to show?
Yeah.
And then it'd be like Halloween, Halloween 4, Halloween 5. There wasn't Halloween like then 2, 3, whatever. It was Halloween, Halloween 4, Halloween 5.
Yeah.
It was always those three.
Those random ones.
And then maybe you'd get like a Friday the 13th in there sometimes, but
which would always I don't know. It always it shouldn't bug me, but it always does bug me when people are like, oh, it's Halloween, I gotta watch Friday the 13th. I'm like, that's a summer movie. You watch that in the summer. Same with Texas Chainsaw. That's a summer movie.
I get it. As you can see with my hat, I am such a huge fan for Friday the 13th. I'll watch it Christmas Day. I don't care.
Well, I mean, that's me at Halloween. Like
Halloween is like
screaming,
right up there neck and neck.
Screaming Halloween. About the originals though, like the original slashers from back in the day. Halloween is my like.
Yeah, I do really love Halloween, and even the bad ones I like. I actually really enjoyed the new ones.
Really, I fucking hated them.
I'm one of the few that had no problem with what they did.
I thought the middle one wasn't that bad. The one where she's in the hospital or whatever. Is that the second one? Yeah, that one wasn't that bad. But like the first one I didn't like because they had that whole thing where like the therapist ended up like being bad or whatever. I thought that was dumb. And then the third one was all about that fucking kid. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Michael Myers just like lives in a wall? Like, this is so dumb. Like, so fucking dumb.
And see, I liked it. And my own opinion on this, and a couple of people I've talked to, we kind of share the same thing. Halloween ends in 20 years' time, maybe looked back upon fondly, just like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Maligned by so many. And then eventually later on people go, okay, I can kind of see what they were doing here. And you know what? It's not nearly as bad. I didn't mind it, but I went in with like zero expectations. So I'm like, I don't know what these are going to be. I didn't know Danny McBride was into horror movies.
Yeah, I didn't either until he popped up in that Alien movie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
Which was pretty good. Okay. Like, the new Alien movies have been pretty good.
I still have to see the newest
Covenant.
One. No, I saw Covenant. I haven't seen Romulus.
Oh, Romulus. That's the newest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's
I liked Covenant. I know some people who were like...
I liked Covenant, too. That's the Danny McBride one, right?
Yeah.
I
didn't mind Prometheus that much. I know
love Prometheus.
It's not great, but I can see what they were trying to do. I think Covenant did way better picking up the story and like kind of streamlining everything. Go, okay, everything that was there, here's what it is, quick and easy. Now we're moving on.
What did you think of Rob Zombie's Halloween movies?
When I first saw them both, after I had seen the sequel, I hated the second one for the longest time, but really liked the first one because it was just Rob Zombie.
I love the first one. I'm as much as I'm a sucker for like that 80s, 90s aesthetic, I'm also really into like 70s, like Southern rock type like aesthetic, like Lynyrd Skynyrd and all that bullshit, which is like, that's just what Rob Zombie makes. Like everything looks like that. And like, so I loved that kind of vibe added to like a Halloween movie. And like, I didn't mind that. I thought it was cool, like having him as a kid and then like going into like how he was an adult. But like the second one, it's watchable now, but like, I didn't love that one either.
I have more appreciation for that movie now, knowing that Rob Zombie was dealing with the shithead Weinsteins behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And they were giving him so much shit throughout the course of making the second one that he was basically like, let's just get this fucking thing done. And then my contract with these assholes is completed.
Well, that was like, he had tons of trouble getting House of a Thousand Corpses made and put out.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Universal had it and was going to distribute it, they even had a maze at Halloween Horror Nights that I went through.
Yeah.
And then Universal went, actually, this is too much for us.
Yeah.
We're going to pussy out. Sorry.
I did love it.
You should have known what it was when you read the script that he was planning on shooting.
That movie
and
ended
then
up
shot
having
the fucking film.
such a lore around it, though, when it finally got released. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I was young when it came out, but I remember being like, oh my God, like theaters and like movie producers don't even want to put this out. It's so gnarly and whatnot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I finally like downloaded it on LimeWire to see it the first time. And like, you remember how like while like things were still downloading, you could watch like clips from it or whatever. Like it wouldn't play the whole thing through, but it would play up to like certain points.
Yeah,
like
play so much of what you had.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I need to just see a little bit of it, you know. And like, so I clicked into it, and like the part I saw was the part where they're all like cutting up a cheerleader to brick house, and I was just like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, it's so good. And then Devil's Rejects was amazing. And then Three from Hell was just a remake of Devil's Rejects, basically.
Basically, yeah. And you know what? I was still like, you know what? It's even a little more batshit. It seems like Three from Hell took most of its inspiration from Devil's Rejects and then threw in some House of a Thousand Corpses.
It was the exact same story structure. Like,
yeah,
they escape from like a shootout with the cops or whatever, and then they hold like a family hostage, which in Devil's Rejects it was that band, and then in this it was just like people at a suburban house, and then they go on the run to some wacky over the top fucking place, which in Devil's Rejects was the old western like carnival town or whatever.
Yeah, it was the old brothel.
Yeah, and then in Three from Hell, it was a town with like hitmen luchadors,
which I actually fucking
which was pretty sick.
Luchadors, I was like, okay, yeah, all right. It's like, okay.
Rob Zombie has like an affinity for like luchador like aesthetics, which is kind of sick. I like that.
I found something to enjoy about all of Rob Zombie's stuff. Like the second one, like I said, the second Halloween. It's because of what he went through that I'm like, I can appreciate why this turned out the way it did. And I watch it as like, now I can kind of see why this kind of fell off the rails at a certain point. I even liked 31. It's fucking crazy.
I couldn't do it. I was going to say after Lords of, okay. So like, I loved everything he had done up until the last 10 minutes of Lords of Salem. Like, I loved the movie, like Lords of Salem, but then when the end, it just goes off the rails and there's like monster priests like jerking off and stuff, and it just turns into like a Rob Zombie music video. I'm like, what the fuck? You just ruined like the entire, because the whole movie is so kind of subtle and like traditional horror, you know?
It's such like a 70s like witch ghost story vibe, like possession kind of thing going on.
It had a very
it was so different than everything else, and then the end was like, but here's the House of a Thousand Corpses thing. Like,
it almost had like a good mix of like the aesthetics of a movie like The Omen, and then like that kind of era of horror movie, you know, like The Omen and like Don't Look Down or Don't Look Now or whatever. Also mixed with like Hammer horror, like aesthetics, you know, like cool Hammer horror. But then it just goes off the rails, and I thought it was so fucking dumb. And then after that, I tried to do 31, and like I only watched 20 minutes of it and turned it off.
I watched the whole thing, and I was like, okay, that was
oh God, Sherry Moon, I love you, but I can't. You're not an actress. Like she can play Baby, and that's it. Like,
yeah. And I heard somebody sum it up. They're like, look, Rob Zombie really loves his wife. Rob Zombie has a really hot wife, and he likes to put her in his movies. So who are we to tell him not to cast his hot wife in his own movies? I'm like, yeah, basically.
I mean, yeah, I just don't want to watch him.
Yeah, she's not great. I actually didn't mind her, Deborah Meyer. I think it was Deborah Meyer or Mrs. Meyer. She
was good.
There was some times that she was hitting some real acting notes, and I'm like, okay, there's something there.
Yeah. But 31
never comes back around.
Just like, this is the worst acting I've ever seen. Like, I can't do this.
I only liked it because it was so goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm like, what even is this shit? What is even happening?
Rob Zombie's like, I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like with me, it just got to the point where Rob Zombie's just making the same movie in different formats now. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Rob Zombie is a far better director than he is a writer. He needs somebody there to go in and kind of
like
cut trim the fat, and I was okay with it, but I went in with like zero expectations. It was like, okay. I was I can see what he's doing.
Too much of a traditionalist that how much I love the monsters.
I think it was just he tried to put too much in there because you can see that he loves the monsters. Yeah. You can tell. I'm over the point of like everyone going, Rob Zombie can't do this. I'm like, he's shown that he actually has an eye for direction. He has an artistic eye. He can direct. It's the writing part that he needs somebody else to come in and kind of work with.
Yeah, he has a good vision. He just man, I feel like he just it's weird because he was so good at like the dialogue in House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, but then I start thinking like, okay, but how much of that was the actors then? You know what I mean? Like making the lines good. Yeah. Because once he has because that's the problem I have, I think, with Zach Krieger. Or not Zach Krieger. What's his name? The Norman Bates son who makes horror movies now.
Oh, Oz Perkins.
Yeah, I think the problem I have with his movies is that, he doesn't put good actors in them. Like, Longlegs, I fucking hate it. It was so dumb.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
I love Nick Cage, so I'll probably find something to enjoy about it.
Nick Cage was okay in it, but the main actress, she doesn't do anything. She has no personality. And then his newest one, The Monkey, I was getting really annoyed because it felt like it was someone was trying to write Quentin Tarantino style, snappy hip hop culture, dialogue, but the actors were not good. You could tell they were acting. It didn't feel when you watch a Tarantino movie, you believe those characters talk like that. Whereas something about the way Oz Perkins has his actors deliver the lines or whatever, it feels like you're reading lines that someone wrote because they thought it would sound cool and edgy. It doesn't sound like this character would actually say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I haven't seen any of his films. I just know him as the tall, awkward guy in Legally Blonde.
Yeah, which is hilarious. He's a horror guy.
Then when I found out, I'm like, oh wait, that is what?
And then the other one is Krieger, who was from Whitest Kids You Know. The guy who did Barbarian and Weapons.
Oh, okay.
And Companion.
Okay. I was wondering why people were making... I'm like, what is that connection? I never watched The Whitest Kids You Know. So I saw clips of it here and there. And then my co-host on Tales from the Podcast, JB, is a huge Whitest Kids You Know fan.
I never really watched it.
He was showing me some things, and I was like, Jesus Christ. No wonder this was on IFC.
Yeah, right?
You can get away with some of this shit. God damn.
It is cool, though, when people who, came up in things that weren't, horror, reveal themselves to be, horror geeks.
I think that's why I really appreciate Jordan Peele, too.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I know people who were
storyteller, too.
I know people who were like, Get Out wasn't a good movie. I'm like, you just didn't get it then.
Because you're white.
Yeah, I went in and I was like, it opened my eyes to okay, this is the Black experience set to a horror movie. This is made for people like me of my complexion to be able to digest and kind of understand.
It's the same as people nowadays when they're like, I didn't get Sinners, it was boring. And I'm like, you damn right you didn't get it.
I still have to see Sinners. I really want to see Sinners.
It's so good. And if you can't understand what it's about, man, you gotta read some books. You need to read some history.
People love to be ignorant.
They do.
People love to be ignorant. Which is
white people have had everything catered to forever, so
Yeah, and I've told friends this, and I think I've said the same thing in the Discord. I'm like, it's time for us to move to the back of the bus and let everyone else.
Yeah,
let the marginalized folks step up and kind of take control.
What's happening in this country right now is white people finally aren't the center of attention, and most of them don't know what to do about it, and they're having a
good. I don't want to be the center of attention. I'd rather see more diverse casts in movies and TV shows and shit. I want to see politicians who aren't just all stuffy old white people.
Because that's what the world is, man. Yeah. The world is not these like
we've had our
idealized version of like 1960 that like all these people think was like reality. And it was like, yeah, that was a reality if it were like a white person. But like everyone else had a hard fucking time, man. Like
like it doesn't show you that the same diner that white family went into, the black family couldn't. Because there was a sign outside that said whites only.
Even though some of these people, that is what they want to go back to. Never. To tie it back to the beginning.
See, this is the brilliance you bring.
To tie it all up in a little bow. Well, my house was
not understanding this. You got all in the yeah.
That's my there so long ever since since I'm now
I didn't rank it state. It. Oh, bullshit.
I think it's so funny. Like, give me a break. Like, they'll go through like my internet history to find out if I'm like a terrorist, and it's like, nah, man, it's just me watching wrestling,
wrestling and posting Big Lebowski memes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're such a threat.
Me, who has never even like held a gun, really. Like, give me a break.
It's like, yo, what the fuck?
It's like, what is this person's history? What is she doing? Oh, she's just ordering more estrogen.
It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to live my life as me, fucker.
That's why I love. Someone was like, I saw, someone was like talking about how like people were getting pissed off at like protesters who are out right now not taking things seriously, like, why are you out there like in a costume or like making like dances and all this crazy shit? And it's like, because now when people see like military people shoving down a dude in a Barney costume or like beating up some old Victorian lady drinking a cup of tea, like, like they see how stupid this is and how like how like they are the aggressors, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And, like it puts a different look to it. Like if everyone goes out there in like black bloc attire with like face masks and like black camo pants and army boots, like, yeah, it looks like there's a fucking war. But like when you're just out there in like an inflatable dinosaur costume and a military dude just like pepper spraying you, like,
which I saw that and I was like, dude, what the spraying the vent? I'm like, okay, dick move one. And I was like, and you wonder why we all yell ACAB.
Yeah, but it just shows people like it helps the normal people out there who aren't like involved and who don't know what's actually going on. Like, cause there is like a big part of this country, like, especially in the middle of the country, that don't understand. Like, they literally think that if you go into a city, it's like war torn, like they think if you go to Chicago or Portland, like they believe that it's just like out of control lawlessness and everything.
Oh yeah.
And so now when they see it on the news and it's like a bunch of queer kids having a dance party, it's like, why are the military beating them up? Like,
well, that's why I saw people on threads and like, I refuse to try and convince anyone on Facebook that California wasn't a fucking war zone. But on threads, I saw people going, oh, California's going to hell. I'm like, okay, one, just post a long thing. I'm like, there are no riots. They are protests. You're being fed a line of bullshit.
Well, that's why I think
talk to the people around the area. They're not hearing riots. They're seeing peaceful protests. And some of them not even knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're having barbecues with their family a block away from where the war zone is in downtown LA.
And that's why people are making their funny videos from Portland where they're like sitting in an empty park, just like, here I am, day 4 of the war. I haven't had my bagel yet. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's showing people how stupid it is. Like there's like the problem you think is here is not here. Like,
stop listening to one person telling you that something is happening. Listen to the people who are there in those areas showing you. But then, of course, you get the ones who are like, well, that could be AI generated. I'm like, no. There's literal ways to tell when something's AI generated. That's not.
If the best way to tell is, did the White House put it out? Or DHS?
That is the big one. That is the big one.
That's how you tell nowadays. Just do you see that video with like Russ Vought as the Reaper or whatever? Like Jesus Christ.
No, I didn't. Oh my God.
They literally took Don't Fear the Reaper. But it's like all about how Russ Vought is gonna like destroy the Democrats, and he's like the Reaper come to like cut all the waste and fraud and bullshit. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, oh.
No, I didn't see that one, but I saw where apparently the Democrats are trying to use like kitty memes to like explain why the government shut down.
Yeah.
And I saw it on the Daily Show, and they're like, "Yeah, this isn't quite working like you think." I'm like, "Can we stop like playing softball while they're over there?" Like,
well, that's so much of the problem is right now. Like when people get mad at people like me or other people on the left who are criticizing Democrats, they're like, well, it's either them or nothing. And it's like, well, we basically have nothing. Like,
yeah,
people are like, oh, Gavin Newsom, he's gonna like destroy Trump. And I'm like, why? Because his staffer is posting funny memes like on the internet. Like, you're not gonna troll your way out of this. Like,
no, it's amusing. It's fun to laugh at, but it ain't doing anything.
Yeah.
And like I said, Newsom is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Everything is like...
Trust us, we're from California.
Yeah. I mean, the dude went out, like, during the whole time that we're supposed to be wearing masks, told us all to mask up to be safe, and then went to a party where no one was wearing masks. It had to be like, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking straight, and I should have taken those precautions. Like...
Well, he's a perfect example of like another big reason we're in the mess we're in is because our political class, like that's in right now and that we've had for the last couple generations, like they don't actually give a shit about anything. They just care about furthering their career. Like what position is this going to get them to rather than like what's going to help my constituents?
You know what? I just thought of this right now, but there's a really good analogy I just thought of. So I had Lisa Misfit Mess from our Discord on to talk about some of the Bob's Burgers episodes from Halloween. And Felix and Calvin Fishoder are very much what our politicians are. Disconnected from the everyday person and do not understand their struggles or anything. It's foreign to them. It is a foreign concept to see people struggle. They're like, well, why don't you just throw money at the problem and it'll solve it?
Yeah.
It's like, we don't have money to throw at the problem. And that's the fucking problem, is nobody can make money to even just solve the problem of, I need groceries or I have to have gas to get to work.
Yeah. And it's like these people, like, cause they come from backgrounds where everything was catered to for them. And then they get into like their political positions. And of course they're not thinking about like, to them, they think like the ultra poor or like the lower class and stuff. Like they see those people as like, well, it must be their fault for being drug addicts or something. And it's like, no, a lot of these people like turn to that shit because like life sucks, you know, and it's not getting better like for anyone, no matter how hard people try. But like, rather than trying to figure out how to like make their constituents' lives better, their whole thing is like, what can I do to get to the next rung politically? Like Gavin Newsom's whole thing right now, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't think he actually gives a shit. I think he just sees a chance to be, I could maybe be president. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same as the people at work who are like, who like suck up to the whatever the fucking boss wants and puts their head down and never says anything to like rock the boat because they think it's gonna help them climb the fucking company ladder.
It's, in the end, I feel he's doing everything that's very self-serving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's saying the right things to get some people motivated in some respect, but at the same time, it's like, but when does the other shoe drop?
Well, that's the thing is for so long, it like politicians could get away with like just lip service, you know, they didn't have to actually do anything. They could just say they were like for things, you know, like for so long, the Democrats like were elected because they were people would just elect them because they were the party who was like, you know, socially pretty cool, you know?
Yeah,
But
they
now,
said all the right things.
exactly. But now people are seeing that like, oh, but like all those decades they were in power, they didn't actually fucking do anything for anybody. You know?
It was more the same, just with a different coat of paint to make it more acceptable.
Yep. And now, like the conservative right has been able to say, well, Democrats have been in power and look how fucked up all this is, even though it's not like it's also fucked up because of them. Like,
Yeah. Like, we didn't have utter chaos under most Democratic, I don't want to say rule, but majority.
I mean, look, it wasn't great for everybody, obviously, but like economic wise, like we weren't in the dire fucking straits we've been in for the last like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like,
we didn't have somebody tariffing everything, not knowing how they fucking work.
But that's the thing is like he was able to get in because, the last time Democrats were in power, like nothing really fucking changed. Like there was no policies that were put forward that wasn't like ever since 2016, the only thing Democrats really ran on as a platform was we're not Trump,
Yeah.
And it's like that's cool, but it also doesn't fix anything. It doesn't help anyone,
Okay, what about working to increase SNAP benefits for people who need that to live on? What about
fucking
increasing
healthcare.
Disability benefits? Getting health care for everyone.
In 2025, like, how fucked up our healthcare system is just blows my mind. Especially when people are always like, well, would you rather live here or some other country? And I'm like, well, we're like the one democratic country that doesn't have like universal health care.
Yeah. Other countries, they're like, you mean you have to pay to see a doctor?
Yeah.
They charge you for those procedures? They don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because here it's all profit. It's all about profit.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, well, yeah, I do need this surgery, which is kind of life-saving, but I don't have the $45,000 for the surgery.
Guess I'll just die.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Fuck.
Like, that's the thing is like, well, so many in our country, like right-wing politicians especially would push that idea that like, oh, the government's not supposed to help anybody with that kind of stuff. I don't want my taxes going to that. And I'm like, that's what living in a society is. Like, that's what your taxes are supposed to go to. That's why you're taxed because it's supposed to go to things that you might end up needing one day.
I literally had people look at me like I was stupid when I said I would gladly, if I'm working, pay higher taxes so some mother or father and their kids who are struggling would have health care without costing them a dime. And they're like, but what? I'm like, because that's the sensible thing to do so everyone can be taken care of.
It's like, okay, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
No.
Okay. Well, like a big part of
I've been meaning to.
Well, this is like it's a perfect like allegory, I think, for like how societies are supposed to run, right? Mm-hmm. So you're this cowboy and you go out and you do your missions and stuff, but like throughout the game, you're part of like kind of like a little group of like nomadic, you're like a gang, like a James gang type thing or whatever.
Okay.
And it's a whole bunch of, women and men that are with you and stuff. And so as you go out, like, and you get money or like, hunt and get food and stuff like that, you bring it back to your camp and donate it to the camp, to the camp fund, to the medical tent, to the butcher who like does the food and the butchering. And like, that's what a society is. And so that's what the government is supposed to be, because now we're not just a small little tribe of people. It's the whole country. And so when you pay your taxes, that's like you putting money into the medicine cart, Mm-hmm. You may not be the one who needs the medicine cart today, but you might be needing to go to the medicine cart tomorrow. But if you haven't fed into it, like, what makes you think it's going to be there for you when you need it? You know what I mean? Like, if you just let it dry up, nobody's getting it.
Exactly. But so many people are like, well, I don't want illegals, or I don't want people mooching off the system. It's like, dude, you know who I see mooching off the system more than anybody? Fucking white people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why when when they started cutting all these programs through Doge and everything, people are like, wait a minute, my grandma needs that. My grandma uses that. Why are they cutting that?
Yeah. Hello.
It's so maddening. I'm like, what do you think it is? Like, your taxes, they don't just like collect your taxes and then like give it to like some random dude. Like, it goes to keep these programs running.
Exactly.
Like the people, I think the people just think the government like prints its own fucking money to like make this stuff happen. It's like, no, it comes from us.
Yeah.
Like, we pay into it because it's the things we need as humans to survive.
Yeah. Like I hate that California gas prices for your vehicle are so goddamn high because of the taxes. But those taxes go to maintain our roadways and such. So, while yeah, I could be like, fuck, these taxes are high, I could be like, you know what? If we didn't pay them, our roads would be shit. And they wouldn't be able to fund all the work they're always doing.
Yeah.
To improve those roads and overpasses and highways and all of that throughout the state. So, yeah, I could be a little upset, but at the end of the day, I go, yeah, it's also going to maintain shit, so I'm okay with it.
Well, that's also a problem with someone like Newsom is like a lot of the money we could be using for good shit is going to subsidize like tech bro bullshit. Which is like,
instead of, oh, I don't know, maybe investing in putting up some mental health care facilities, putting in some, job centers to help people, resources to help the homeless get themselves off the street if they're able to, but not in a position to access anything. Mm-hmm. Or the ones that have mental health issues and need that could go get it.
Yeah.
At no cost to them because there's money for it. Yeah. Instead, it's tech bro shit and then putting up homes nobody can afford.
Yeah. Because everything's a fucking Airbnb now.
What the fuck are we doing?
I mean, where I'm at here down in Southern, I'm in San Diego. If anyone wants
San Diego.
If anyone's looking to dox me or whatever.
Whale's vagina.
But like here, it's like, man, like half of the fucking houses here are just like Airbnbs now, Mm-hmm. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know when the shift happened, but I think all of this we've been talking about can tie back to the fact that we used to love Roseanne. And now she's batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Something shifted in the timeline, man.
But there were some things here that she said that I was like, are we getting a glimpse of later Roseanne? Like they were kind of pointed a little bit. And I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I'm reading into it with 2025 mind, knowing how she is.
Well, in this episode, I think the thing that struck me was like, it almost was like the prank was on Roseanne caring too much,
Yeah. I could definitely, yeah.
I don't know. She's fucking fried now, dude.
I don't know where it went wrong. So I was like, used to be funny, used to be entertaining.
Well, I heard someone who was like friends with her said that like basically what happened was during the pandemic, she, like so many other people in our country, just fell down the wrong fucking rabbit hole on the internet.
She had nobody to keep her from doing that. That's what I think. Or the right people around who were like, we could probably benefit from this shit.
Yeah, probably.
And it sucks because maybe she wouldn't have gone down there and been and become what she's become.
Well, I think too, so much of it was like, people falling down the wrong internet rabbit hole. And then, like people screaming that everything's too woke and they're canceling people for just making jokes and blah, 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 blah. And so everyone became like a free speech fucking warrior because they wanted to use the R word. And like, it was just a perfect storm of just idiots in the internet.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
Yeah. And it sucks because they're like, well, we want free speech. And it's like, okay, well, then I'm going to say this. And they're like, well, not that free speech. No. Yep. You don't get free speech.
Well, the problem was like no one's speech was being infringed on. Like that's the whole thing, like no one was like, yeah, like maybe like there would be public backlash and someone would get kicked off of a TV show or something. But like, like it wasn't like back in the day when it was like, punk rockers just trying to be able to play loud music without being called Satanists or something like that. Yeah. This was like grown ass adults getting mad that like they got fired for saying the N-word. Like, You know what I mean?
It's like you have freedom of speech. Nobody took that away from you, but there's not freedom from consequences of what you're saying.
Exactly. Like freedom of speech means you're not going to go to jail for it. But if society decides that that's not cool, like, sucks for you, you know? Like, buck up. Tell better jokes. Like me.
Like the Macho Man.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get canceled one day.
I think we're all, at some point, those of us in a certain sect are going to get canceled at some point. So, you know, we might as well limit the fuck up while we can.
I'm in that sweet spot of, you know, I grew up watching American Pie, but, you know.
I don't know why anytime someone references American Pie, the first thing I hear is like warm apple pie. I'm like, why do I go to there automatically?
Because those movies were so good.
You know, I have to say, you don't get teen sex comedies like that anymore. That I've seen anyway.
No. Thank God. I mean, I don't think we should.
They weren't exactly what, because you go back and you're like, oh, there's a lot of problematic things here.
So much.
We probably shouldn't be streaming a high school girl getting naked on the internet for everyone to see.
Yeah, the best one though, I will maintain, and it's not. Well, I mean, maybe it's a little problematic, but not terribly. I don't think was Road Trip. That was the best one.
Yeah,
I
do love Road Trip.
Austin, Massachusetts.
I just love the what was it, DJ Qualls?
Yeah.
Ends up being accepted by the black fraternity and all that. It's like all right.
Good, dude. That movie is so good. When they go to his grandpa's house or whatever, and he's got the boner. Gerald, your boner. It's like knocking shit off the fucking shelf.
Tables. Oh my God. Were just to touch back on the Roseanne episode, were there any moments in this that like are like seared into your brain from this episode? Like any specific moments or jokes?
I think mostly just Sandra Bernhardt saying the breeders are trying to take Halloween from us. Because nobody does Halloween like the queers do Halloween. I will maintain that.
I will.
We are a theatrical bunch.
I have a friend in New York who actually, those of you who've been listening, you know that was Patrick Walsh, formerly of the Scream Queens podcast. He would do horror from the gay perspective, as he's a gay man in New York.
Oh.
And yeah, there is nothing like Halloween done by the LGBTQ community. It is like,
party, all right?
It's like, y'all know what you're doing. Us straight folks don't know what we're doing.
We love costumes.
I love costumes, but in the sense of I like to dress up as, like, say, Leatherface. Like
I was Leatherface for Halloween.
Aside here, I did that for work once.
Trans icon Leatherface.
Yeah. See, right here, I dressed up as Leatherface willingly, and I loved it.
See, there you go, dude.
But I'm the type that if somebody gets freaked out by the costume, I don't let up. I continue to stalk that one person, which is not good to do in a place of employment. Okay.
My little brother used to be terrified of I had the mask of Two-Face, the Tommy Lee Jones one from Batman Forever.
Okay.
He was terrified of it. And I used to always scare him with it.
Yeah. There was the year I was Leatherface at the law firm I worked at. There was one woman who was freaked out and I just kept on it. And then finally she was like, I can't even look at you. It's freaking me out. I was like, okay, fine. I took the mask off and she's like, the rest of it is not any better, but okay. I didn't even have like the yellow. It was the original. Okay. The original Leatherface. But because I couldn't get like the yellow leather apron, I just got like a white apron and just splattered it with blood. Just made up my own fake blood and just kind of splattered it everywhere. I would walk around and do the tongue thing that he would do.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like,
I was the original, but I was the one from the end of the movie where he's wearing a suit. That's the one I was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you seen The Next Generation?
I have.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so fucking insane.
So batshit. It's so batshit.
Just I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, okay. Next Generation Texas Channel. I saw it on like cable way back in the day.
It's so fucking ridiculous. It's the most batshit. It makes no sense.
The thing that stuck out in my head was the remote controls controlling, was it Elmer's?
Yeah,
bionic leg or whatever. I was like, what the fuck is that? Stuck with me. I'm like, I have to go back and rewatch this movie because that is the only part I remember, because I was like, what the fuck is happening?
The thing that I always get stuck in my head from that one is when he sets the one chick on fire and he's just like fucking McConaughey, man. And then at the end there's that one guy who kind of looks like Judd Nelson but isn't Judd Nelson. I mean, he's got like a maze like scarred into his stomach with like nipple rings. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what is this?
I remember the kind of trashy lady in the mini skirt that was like part of the family, and she's like beating Renee Zellweger with like a stick in the middle of the woods, and Renee Zellweger's like, no, stop, and then she just goes, oh, all right. Come on. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? It's so crazy.
It's so weird. Then there's, and the only reason I know this is there's a channel on YouTube called Dead Meat, and they'll do these things called the kill count where they'll go through, I don't know if you've seen them. They're fun. And they were talking about the Next Generation, and they kept playing the clip of McConaughey jumping out of the window into the truck going, ooh, making that weird noise. They're like, what the fuck is that noise? I'm like, nobody was just like, whatever it was.
It's so crazy. That one and the second Texas Chainsaw are fucking bad.
Oh, I love, as much as I love the original, the second one's my favorite. Oh my God.
Fucking Stretch. Oh man.
Fucking coked out Dennis Hopper swinging chainsaws around. Dude.
The intro, the opening scene where they're on the bridge or whatever, and it's got like Leatherface has like a dead body like suit in front of him, and fucking Oingo Boingo's playing, just like, let's have a party, there's a full moon in the sky. It's so good.
Bright lights, big titties.
Fucking Chop Top, dude.
Oh. I got to meet Bill Moseley several years back at a convention.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And we kind of had this moment because I saw him and I stopped and I looked and I went and I pointed and he was just like, kind of like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. Because I didn't realize he was going to be there.
Yeah.
So I went over. He was very nice. I paid for an autograph. I got an autograph of him as Otis from the Devil's Rejects.
Nice.
He goes, he signed it. You want badass? I'll show you badass. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking cool.
You want badass, motherfucker? I'll show you badass.
And he was so cool because he was like, when your wife comes back, she had left to go change her shoes because she decided to wear heels at a convention. And it was like, this was stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, I was going to say something, but you make your own decisions. You're your own person. Who am I to tell you what to do?
Right.
He goes, when she comes back, have her come over. We'll take the photos and everything. You can just come back. Well, I was hanging around there for a bit looking at, because he had like prosthetic pieces of the Chop Top plate.
Oh, nice.
And this is where we had this moment because somebody came over and they're like, oh, what are these? It's like, like asking what it was. And they're like, oh, they look like little like dishes or something. And he goes, no. And he explained what they were. And they're like, oh, and they walked away. And I looked at him. He looked at me. We were like, how are you here and not know?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't fucking get it. I was like, neither do I.
Oh, God.
I just went, lick my plate, you dog dick. And he laughed. And I was like, I'll be back with my wife. And then, yeah.
I love that. It
was so cool. Some people are like, I don't know. Bill Moseley seemed like he wasn't very cool when I met him. Like, he was cool when I met him, and that's all that fucking matters to me.
There you go, man. That would be like someone saying MJF wasn't cool when they met him.
It's like, did you piss him off so he didn't break kayfabe?
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Because there's times where the mask slips and you can see the real guy behind MJF, and you're like, he's actually a really decent person.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love the videos of him just like, he'll like sign a kid's action figure and then just like chuck it.
And if anyone goes, oh, he's such a dick, I'm like, that's not the that's the character. That's not the person. That's the point. He wants have you never watched wrestling at all?
I love it.
It's like, God damn it. I will say, he's also very good in Happy Gilmore too.
I still haven't seen.
He actually has really good comedic timing.
Well, yeah, he's one of the better like So for me with wrestling, it's like, for me to really buy into a character, like, not to say like I won't like you as a wrestler, like if you're not, but like the people who end up being like my favorites are the ones who I believe that they're not just a person playing a part, you know?
Mhm.
Kind of like I was saying about what's his fucks movies. Like, you know, because there's a lot of wrestlers who, like, you know, like, even as hard as they're trying, like, it's just someone reading lines or like acting like a different thing.
Mhm.
But people like MJF, people like Hangman, people like The Rock, like Stone Cold, like, you believed them. You believed
Mhm.
that they were them because their acting was so good. They were
Yeah.
so invested in their delivery.
Although I just think Mox is Mox. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a character at all.
No. Oh,
I think if we had a real sit down with Renee at one point, she'd be like, "That's just basically him all the time." I can just imagine him walking
actually
in
a
to
really
take.
sweet guy.
I love when Renee will post the photos of them like out as a family,
Yeah.
and it seems like he's like caught off guard and like, "Did you really have to take a picture of me in a loving moment with the kid right now?"
Yeah.
Like he kind of looks like. Can you imagine what this does to my Death Rider's image? That I'm looking like a
God.
wholesome father? It's like, well, joke's on you. We all know you're a decent guy, Jonathan Good.
Yeah.
Your last name is Good, and you're living up to it.
God damn right.
Like, I can't hate Mox. I know people who are like, he looks like a plumber, and this, that. He was better as Dean Ambrose. No, he wasn't.
Nope.
He started to show signs of who he was going to be towards the end of his WWE run. And ever since then, he has been just on a fucking tear.
He's the best thing. He's my favorite.
When I saw, because I didn't see the first AEW pay-per-view, but when I saw the clips on YouTube of his debut and attacking Kenny, I was like, oh shit, it happened. It actually happened. So I saw his like breakout video and then everyone copied that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason he did it, but he did everything the right way. He honored his contract with WWE, didn't talk shit, and then did his thing, said what he had to say in his book, which I still have to listen to or read, but dude, Mox is so fucking cool. It's that little...
He is. I named my cat after the son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. So your cat is also cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the best. He's a little shit. He's a little terror. My little monster man.
So I have to ask you just real quick here before we wrap all this up. What was the other episode you watched of Roseanne? Do you remember the name of it?
Halloween 4.
It was Halloween 4. Okay, so it was the ventriloquist one. You mentioned that. Oh my god.
Yep.
This is my brain is not
one
functioning.
where Roseanne pranks the neighbor, and then she's paranoid through the whole episode that the neighbor's going to get back at her.
Oh, was that the neighbor who was like the kind of like
Deafy
uptight? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about her. Oh, and this all ties back into horror and Halloween because Danielle Harris was also on Roseanne at one point.
Yeah, she was. She was on a lot. She was on Boy Meets World, too.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. And I watched Boy Meets World.
Yep, she was definitely on it.
As sitcoms go, that was one of my favorites growing up. So
yep, mine too. In the high school years.
It was right at that time where I was like I was kind of like at the same age as them going through everything. So
same.
I was like, I relate to all this stuff.
I was a little bit behind them, but my favorite was definitely like their high school through college years. Like the young ones, they were whatever. But
I get it. They were very, very goofy.
They were so good though.
Yeah.
I never watched the new one, Girl Meets Boy.
I didn't have the desire. I was like, it might be okay, but I don't know.
It's the same like I never watched The Connors.
I actually have watched some episodes of The Connors, and it's actually really good.
Is it?
Like, everyone fell back into their characters so naturally, but knew how to have them be matured enough.
Oh, nice.
But maybe still, like, Darlene's character nails it. Of course, Dan, John Goodman, doesn't know how to not be Dan.
Yeah.
But even Jackie, you're like, okay, yeah, everyone understood the assignment.
Laurie Metcalf is a Scream Queen. She was in fucking Scream 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She was she Timothy Oliphant's character's mom? Is that what it was?
She was Billy Loomis's mom.
Billy Loomis's mom, that's right. And she got together with that. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
I haven't seen Scream 2 in a long time.
Scream was all about mommy issues, you know?
For sure. Okay, real quick. Have you seen any of the new Scream movies?
Love them.
Okay. Thank you.
Love them. I think they're perfect.
I know people who are like, you're getting it's too convoluted and this. I'm like, they've just switched it up slightly, but
And you
it's
know what?
still in the same vein that Wes Craven had with the original one.
Yeah, and it does follow all of the stuff that I think have become throughout the years have become like iconic to Scream. Like, you know, the twist, you get the twist intro, you know, so now every time you go see a new Scream, it's like, okay, what are they going to do to top the last
Yeah.
opening scene, you know? Like the one where they had it was just like a movie and a movie and a movie.
I was like, what the? I was like, wait, what? Okay, all right.
Scream is my favorite horror movie, and it's like it's because it's for horror nerds. It's a horror movie for
It
horror.
is.
It's super meta. It's super like it knows it's a movie. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I like the touches in these newer ones where they had Randy's niece and nephew taking that role and being like, okay, for the modern horror nerds, here's how we know regarding legacy sequels and this. I'm like, they just took that same formula and went, let's modernize it just enough for a modern audience, for the younger audience now, but the old Scream heads will still appreciate what's happening.
Yep, exactly. That's why I love it.
That's why I like even the opening with the film students.
Yeah.
Who lured that, and I was like, because they wanted to make their own. I'm like, motherfuckers. Of course there would be some, and it's Flash Thompson from the new Spider-Man movies. I was like, wait, what? How are you in this?
No, they're great, man. I love them.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm not alone there. I know some people are like, I just don't care. I'm like,
well, some people are fucking
fun.
Idiots. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. With the whole, I'm so much more forgiving in my older age for stuff. I just go into everything with zero expectations.
I'm not. I'm a fucking hater. I hate a lot of things.
I used to do that a lot.
I'm just very picky. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super picky. Like, I have very, like, specific tastes. You know what I mean? Like I love horror. It's one of my favorite things in the world. But, like, I'm also very picky about, like, what horror I like. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, I'm not one of those people who can just put on, like, any dumb shit horror movie and enjoy it. Like, you know, I like what I like.
I can do that sometimes. But I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that I put on and I'm like, I'm not happy that I watched that.
I ain't yucking your yum. I just, you know.
I'm just at a point where there was like the early 2000s up to like 2012. I was such a fucking little hater. Like I'd watch something and be like, this is such bullshit. They didn't know what they were doing. Went back and watched it and I'm like, okay, so I was fucking stupid.
See, I do that a lot too, though. Like, I'm that person that, like, I usually hate, like, most things the first time I see it. Unless it's, like, some very specific thing, you know? But then I go back and watch it, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, that was pretty good. Like I loved Hereditary the first time I saw it. But then I went to the Midsummer, and I didn't like it. And I think it was because I went into it like, well, I just want another Hereditary. But then now it's like one of my favorite horror movies.
And see, I'm the opposite with Midsummer. The first time I watched it, I liked it. And then I think I did 3 episodes of this podcast on it with friends, kind of breaking it down. And by the end of it, I came away going, it's fine.
Like, I like
it's not one. And that's perfectly fine. I really liked it the first time. And then the more I kind of went in and we kind of dissected what was going on.
It's got the most spot on mushroom trip I've ever seen portrayed in a movie.
I can see that. I've never done mushrooms, so I wouldn't know. So I'll take your word.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm assuming you've just been around people who have told you about their experiences because you are so well traveled and you run in the appropriate circles where you get educated on these things.
Definitely not once a year when my friends and I would go to Palm Springs for vacation. Definitely not.
Oh man, this has been a lot of fun.
It always is.
I'm so glad that you said yes to doing this and we had the time to do it.
Dude, literally anytime.
There's going to be stuff coming up for, I don't know if you're big into Christmas horror, so December's going to be all Christmas horror, and I don't know what November's going to bring, but...
Yeah, we got to have you on for another Jeopardy soon.
Yeah, or I'd be willing to come back.
an old pay-per-view because that's kind of like our new format. Is just
I'm into that because there's a lot of WCW pay-per-views I haven't seen.
Same. Because I was always a WWF kid, and so
Same.
like now we're doing a lot of WCW, and I'm super into it. It's been a lot of fucking fun.
I want to go back and see because there was only 2 WCW pay-per-views we ever purchased. One of them was, I want to say it was when I think Jay Leno somehow was involved in one, and then the other was when Karl Malone. No, the one was Dennis Rodman.
Rodman and Hogan.
And then there was,
excuse me.
Yeah, which was the Rodman thing where Karl Malone was there, or there was one with Karl Malone and DDP.
Karl Malone and DDP versus fucking like Rodman and Hogan, I think.
It was that one, and then I think the other one had Jay Leno and DDP. I don't know. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And the other reason we got the one with Karl Malone is because my mom was from Utah and became a fan of the Utah Jazz. Was like, I like Karl Malone because he's muscular and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, weird because
basketball player.
Yeah, it's like he's a basketball player, but it's weird because you're kind of racist and he's black. But
oh yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah, weird. It's like, okay, my mom's a racist, but has jungle fever apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, people got some things.
It's weird. But yeah, I'll let you know what's going on. I don't know what we're doing for November yet. It's usually my birthday month, so I just kind of pick shit at random. But I'll definitely let you know if there's anything you might want to come on.
Let me know. I'm always happy to come on.
All right, awesome. This has been so fun. So
yeah,
why don't you plug away what you have going on? All your cool, groovy shit you got going on.
Yeah. So just go to sickosclub.com. If you're into pro wrestling, we have a lot of articles about what's going on in especially the non-WWE centric pro wrestling world. My sister show, the sister show to my show, so I do The Hard Way, so you can find that streaming wherever. We talk about old wrestling pay-per-views, rewatches, that's what we do, and then once a month we do a trivia. But our sister show that my co-host hosts, Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out, just did an episode. They interviewed Kid Bandit, fantastic pro wrestler. So definitely go check that out. And the November, let me pull up a calendar here. I mean, all this month we're doing Halloween Havoc episodes. But then November 5th, we'll have an episode of Wrestling Jeopardy with the wrestler Vivian Cross.
Oh, nice. That's on my birthday, November 5th.
Oh, nice. Fantastic. Well, look at that. A little treat for you.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
It's really coming up. SD Sumo in The Hard Way. Jeez.
Hell yeah, trying to.
And they haven't even been around that long. I've been doing this since 2018, and we just barely broke 100 episodes.
Hey, there you go.
A lot of brain shit keeping me from doing it, but
you're still doing it, and that's what matters.
Yeah. So I will have links to all that stuff Brett has talked about in the show notes.
And if you want to find me on anything, well, not everything, but I'm on Threads and Instagram, pegme_Bundy, like Peggy Bundy, but peg me.
The greatest fucking scream name ever. Like I said, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah.
I'm a very serious
She's
person.
one of my people. She's one of my people.
I'm a very serious person.
I mean, as this show would, which thank you again so much, Brett, for coming on.
You got it. Thank you for having me. Very happy to do it.
And for all of you out there, happy Halloween. All right. I want to once again thank the lovely, the wonderful, the talented Brett Michelle for joining me on this crazy episode where we talked a little bit about Roseanne and a lot of bit about anything else under the sun that came into our minds. But that is the beauty of just sitting down and having a conversation with your friends. Make sure you check out her show, The Hard Way. It is her, iBlade Daily, and Professor Degree. They break down wrestling pay-per-views, talk about wrestling. It is a lot of fun. I've done that show a couple of times for Wrestling Jeopardy. It is a fucking blast. There will be links in the show notes for you to find that. As for Skewered Universe, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. Go to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Podbean, where this show is hosted. If you want to find links to all of our social media, head on over to skeweredhead.com. And if you want to find other things, if you look up our link tree, you will find a link to our Patreon where you can support the show and get your hands on transmissions episodes, as well as exclusive audio commentaries that we're going to be doing. There's one there for Demon Knight right now, so you can check that out. I also do a show live every Saturday called Tales from the Podcast with my buddy JB. For the month of October, we took a break from Are You Afraid of the Dark, and we decided to do some horror movies. We talked about Trick or Treat from 2007, Trick or Treat from 1986, and we're closing it out with Dracula, Dead and Loving It from 1995. The Mel Brooks brilliant parody of Universal monster films in the vein of Young Frankenstein. It is a fantastic fucking movie, so make sure you join us for that. We also have a video game, Tales from the Podcast, the fucking video game. It is a retro-style RPG game where you control myself, JB, and our friend Ron, and you go through the town and try to stop shitty horror movie filmmakers from making another crappy film in your city. You can get that game for $10 via Cash App or PayPal. You can also get exclusive access to the in-game cheat bot for another $5, so $15 gets you a full game, no launchers, no online bullshit needed, no updates, nothing like that. It is single player, it is not online, so you won't be able to play with your friends, but I think a lot of you would appreciate this game, so head on over to talesfromthepodcast.com to get more information on that. That's pretty much it. You know where you can find us. I've had a lot of fun putting these shows together, from having Kurt Jangle of the pregame on to kick this off, Lisa, aka Misfit Mess, on to talk about Bob's Burgers, of course, my good friend Patrick from the Scream Queens podcast, and the soon-to-be launching Scream Queens podcasting network, as well as Brett Michelle of The Hard Way, and of course, my co-host Leanne, who did an episode as well this month, which was awesome. Her schedule has been crazy, so I'm glad she was able to carve out time and we were able to bring you that episode. But it's the end of spooky season, so I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. Get lots of candy and treats. Hopefully no tricks. Unless tricks are your thing, who am I to judge? I'm not kink shaming anybody. But remember, November is right around the corner, and that means Nick Cage November. So keep your ears to your podcatchers and keep enjoying that universe that's just a bit skewered.
It's not.
By the way, I started recording.
Oh, you're good. I get that shit in my knees all the time because I'm fucking old.
I fucking hate it. It sucks.
How old are you?
45.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Yeah, and I've been dealing with it for a number of, since my mid-30s. So, yeah.
I started my fucking joint and everything pain in my mid-20s, so let's go.
Yeah, this isn't what I signed up for. This is the shit they told me it was going to be.
I was an athlete once.
I tried to be as a kid.
I played football. I was pretty good at football.
I played some baseball. That was about it.
Did you? I couldn't hit the ball. I had no core. I couldn't do it. My reflexes weren't good enough.
I was good at hitting the ball. I was good at fielding, but running the bases.
See, I was fast. I was big, for like in my school, I mean, like I was like an average sized like kid, but
Mm.
like at my school, I was like one of the bigger people. And so,
Okay, I gotcha.
but I was also fast, so it worked for football. But like everything else, I sucked. Like I tried to play basketball and like no one ever passed me the ball, so I quit. And then I tried to play indoor soccer with my friend and nobody passed me the ball, so I quit.
I tried soccer as a kid. I never I was like, yeah, we'll give it a shot. My parents were like, hey, there's free. You can go try. And I was like, I don't
Too much
like
running for
this.
me. It was
Yeah,
too
and
much.
it was free to sign up, but then it was all the equipment, the shin
Oh,
guards,
yeah.
the uniform. My parents were like, mm.
That was football because we had to rent out the fucking pads, we had to rent the helmets, the fucking uniforms.
I knew
Ugh.
plenty of people who were like, God damn, this is expensive. Why is this just part of the school's budget? Like,
I know, right? Jesus Christ. Because everything's money. Because fucking our government doesn't pay for things that actually benefit people anymore.
yeah, God forbid people get educated. Well, especially now they don't care. They were just like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
get my
right.
info from Facebook and Fox News. I'm good enough as it is.
In fact, not even that, man. People are just like, their memes are their news now. It's fun, isn't it? America.
It's like everything I see, like I don't really have an opinion on Greta Thunberg, whatever. I don't know enough about her to have an opinion, okay? But when I see their ships trying to take aid and then they're being illegally stopped, I'm like, that's fucked. But then people going,
Yeah.
there was nothing on those ships. It's all a lie. It's all
Oh
against
my
Israel. I'm
God.
like, are you fucking stupid?
People are dumb, dude. Like
There's
I
a
see some of this
genocide.
shit. Even like I hate to say it, but like even a lot of people like on our side are kind of dumb because it's like I see stuff that like people are like freaking out about like in a meme or like on the internet, and then I'll like like I've been seeing stuff about like people on the internet like Chicago is a war zone right now. It's insane. Blah 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 blah. And I text my friend in Chicago, and she's like, "Yeah, it's like one area, like, like it's all in like around the ice center. Like the rest of Chicago is totally fine."
Yeah, kind of like how LA was peaceful protests, and people who lived 5 minutes down the street had no idea these protests were happening. But
Yeah,
yet,
but it's like I want people
it's a
like because I
fucking war
see,
zone.
yeah, but I think like people on like the good side, that are like, who don't like any of this shit going on, like they're whipping themselves up into frenzies, like scaring the shit out of themselves, and it's like, stop, like it's very bad, but it's not what you think it is right now. You know what I mean? Like I hate to like sound like I'm like
No,
excusing any of it because I'm not,
I
but
I know exactly what you're getting at. It's why when I see something and I'm like, and then I jump in the Discord and I see Chrissy in there kind of break it down. I'm like, golden, we're good.
yeah.
I
Well,
was
she
like,
does that one
yes.
lady, that knitting lady.
Yeah, which I follow on YouTube and I'll kind of every once in a while pop into a short and I'm like, okay, makes sense.
I'm just
Makes
convinced
sense.
everything on the internet is a psyop now, and I don't believe any of it.
It's also
Threads is a psyop.
like political shit aside from on the internet. It's like literally everything is like I can show you how this is fake. Like restoration videos are like 90% of these are fake. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Do you know why I watch them? Because I like seeing something that looks like it was thrown out in the garbage, made new again.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking relaxing. I don't care if they artificially aged it.
You know what I get
Fuck
fucking
off.
real into is like the tool hacks or like tool tips, like home improvement little hacks. Like, oh
Hmm.
man, I could watch that shit for hours.
I find some of
Hours.
those, but I avoid the 5 minute crafts bullshit because nobody ever does that.
Oh, some of them are so dumb. Like some of them I watch, they're like, do
Like
this like art hack. And I'm like, that's harder than just doing it the normal way.
90% of it's like, wait a minute, I have to have all those things in order to do the hack, but I can just
You're
do
like,
the
you have
thing
to go into the
normally.
woods and find this special bush and you can paint with it. And it's like, no one has that bush, lady.
It's like someone they're like, oh, you don't have flip flops? Take Coke bottles and like get a soldering iron and poke a hole here and do that. I'm like, not everyone has a soldering iron and all this shit. It's
Everyone
like,
should have a
the
soldering iron.
fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. If you don't.
I've thought about messing with that, I'm like, you know what? If I'm too scared to open my PS4 and redo thermal paste, soldering is out of the question.
I don't know anything about it other than, well, soldering for plumbing, but that's kind of different, like, kind of. But then to fix my guitars, like if the wiring comes loose or
Okay.
something, because like all the time, especially when I was playing in bands and like playing shows all the time, like the wiring on the input jack would get fucked up, and so from the like cord pulling on it and
Okay.
shit, so I'd always have to like open it up and solder it. That's right. She's the tool babe. She's been talking about home improvement.
I didn't even think about that, but then I was like, Tim Allen's kind of a shitty person. But then I'm like, so is Roseanne, so I don't know.
You know what, though? But Roseanne used to not be, you know?
Yeah,
And well, that's kind of like why I wanted to talk about Roseanne today, is because you know me and I inject fucking politics and social justice things into everything I do. Because why not? People need to know the things.
exactly. That is one reason I love having you on the show, because it is a different perspective that
Yeah.
I can't give and none of the other guests can give.
Hey, happy to help.
I love it.
But it's
I
true.
love it.
Like Roseanne, can I just start talking? Is that how we do it? Or do you
Let me
need to introduce how do we do this?
let me do a quick intro and we'll just get right to it. I'll introduce you and we'll get right to it. So
You should just save all of
oh yeah, I'll save this and probably just put it. I'll put some of this at the end or whatever. This is good for outtakes. Maybe this will be Maybe this will be part of the TikTok thing. Maybe I'll do that. I don't
There
know.
you go. I host a show, people. This is how professional I am.